poet John Keats wrote about Megmerrides, who lived upon the moors. Her bed, it was the brown heath turf, and her house was out of doors. But what was her book? Yes, a churchyard tomb. Churchyards, such as this at Pear Tree Green, and cemeteries, are the guardians of family memories. Through inscriptions and monuments, we the visitors can be permitted to know something of the lives of those who rest here. My name is Geoff. I am a Hamble Valley guide and also a Green Badge Southampton tourist guide. For the 400th anniversary of Pear Tree Church, I shall be taking walks around this churchyard to meet the ancestors. By way of introduction, let's have a look at the monument behind me. It dates from 1875 and was described at that time as one of the largest and most elaborate in this part of the country. It is constructed mainly of Portland stone, with panels of Sicilian marble and granite columns. It rises to a height of some 19 feet, and near the pinnacle we see the letter R. R stands for Rosoman, a family well known and respected in these parts, both in business and in public affairs. Their name is remembered in Rosoman Road at Sholing, and also Lone Road. Lone being a family forename that is shown through several generations of the family. Now this memorial is here because it was the wish of Reuben Rosoman, who is named on the panel behind me. But you will see that Reuben died in 1872, so he never saw this monument to his wife, father, mother and other relatives that covers the family vault, because it was erected 3 years after his death. The panels on this memorial tell us stories of the Rosoman family. Richard Robert Lone Rosoman and his wife Rosamond knew what it was to experience family tragedy. If we look at this panel, we see that in 1866, in August, they lost 2 very young children within a fortnight of one another. As if that wasn't enough, in 1871, and then a year later in 1872, 2 more infants in their family died. And this panel is a commemoration of the children of Richard and Rosamond. What it doesn't tell us is that in the 1860s, Richard and Rosamond had 2 other sons, both of whom survived into the 20th century, one of whom as far as 1954. But what happened to Richard? It's another tragic story in this branch of the family. Let us go and see. Here we see that Rosamond died relatively young, and Richard ended his life in what was known as the Stella disaster on the 30th of March 1899. The Stella was a passenger steamer that operated between Southampton and the Channel Islands. The Casquette Rocks are dangerous outcrops fairly close to the island of Alderney. On the 30th of March 1899, Richard was a passenger on the Stella, and The vessel ran into thick fog banks close to the Channel Islands. The master evidently thought that he was well clear of the Casquette rocks, but too late. It was realised that the steamer was heading directly for those rocks. The bottom of the ship was ripped out and the Stella sank within 8 minutes. According to the Board of Trade inquiry, some 86 passengers lost their lives, including Richard Rosoman. His body was never recovered, so it is not in the family vault beneath this monument. The master of the Stella also perished. His name was Captain Reeks. So there we have just a few stories from this churchyard. More will be explored on Meet the Ancestors. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you.